Hey guys, HDvee here and welcome to a brand new video. Today we're going to be breaking down all of the evidence that suggests that we are going to be going back to Unova this year for 2024. Whether that be a faithful remake of the Unova games, whether it's Black and White 3 or Legends Kyurem, we're going to be taking a look at all of the evidence and just breaking all of it down. So if you're excited for the video, make sure to drop a like down below. Let's try and hit 500 likes. Leave a comment if we go to Unova this year. What kind of game would you like to see? Subscribe if you're brand new, ring the notification bell. With all of that out of the way, let's get into the video, and I really hope that you enjoy. So, starting things off, we have this tweet here from Riddler Khu that he posted way back on the 3rd of July before the DLC was even out. And it was this image of the Blueberry Academy Elite Four saying one of them grasps the key of the law, not Lacey, and it's a big spoiler for the next game after Sudachi. So obviously Sudachi was the Scarlet and Violet DLC. So in this image he said that one of these characters was a massive spoiler for the next game after the Indigo Disc DLC. So obviously Amiris, Crispin, Lacey, and Drayton, the only ones that we know definitely have links to Unova characters are Drayton, who has been confirmed to be the grandson of Drayden, and also Lacey, who's basically been confirmed to be the daughter of Clay. So both of these characters have Unova links, which is a massive kind of hint towards us going back to Unova this year, especially because there's no other like Johto kind of links with any of these characters really. Like they don't talk about Johto at all in reference to any of these characters. So one of them does grasp the lore and is also a big spoiler to the next game. The only characters here that have any kind of links to any other region are Drayton and Lacey. We also have Jean here talking about this, saying since the DLC is out and Riddler Khu already said the answer is Drayton to this image, it's clear that he's saying that Drayton manipulates you through the whole Blueberry Academy plot. Drayton is Drayden's grandson, so he's a huge Unova hint for the next game. So just taking a look at this image, it's a massive plus for a Unova game this year for 2024. Again, it doesn't say what kind of Unova game, it just basically says that we are going to be getting some form of Generation 5 game remake or Generation 5 sort of game this year. That is what Riddler Khu is basically hinting at here. And yeah, I'm assuming the plot is just that Drayster manipulates you. So maybe like in the next game, if it is Black and White 3 and it's set in the future, maybe this Drayton character becomes a little bit more evil and maybe just kind of like manipulates you through the story or something like that. Who knows? But anyway, that's the first thing that kind of hints towards a Generation 5 game. The next thing that we're going to be taking a look at is this post here. So Riddler Khu posted this on the 3rd of October 2023 saying original soup, original taste, and then said ha 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 ha. So that is like when we first saw this, was like, well, what does this mean? This could generally be anything. But as the days kind of went on, we did get a lot more information regarding this, and this was a big thing from Jan here, who's basically saying faithful remake, LMAO, and then please just tell me there's a possible like a different possible interpretation to it. And Jan is saying this is actually the only possible meaning of this phrase within the community. And then he's saying Johto or Unova, nothing of that implied in this quote. So this post here from Riddler Khu is basically saying faithful remake. That is the only way this can be interpreted in this sort of situation. So original soup, original taste, basically from different cultures and stuff, it kind of means sort of like faithful remake. Like that's kind of the only context it could be used in this sort of situation. So we have Riddler Khu saying that the next game is gonna be in a reference to one of these characters. The only character the only character generation region reference we have is Unova. So that's that. And then we also have Riddler Khu here saying it's a faithful remake. So just taking a look at these two images, it looks like it's going to be a faithful remake of Unova. That's kind of what we have in these two in that kind of like situation there. So that doesn't really bode too well, just simply because faithful remake would very much be like BDSP, and we literally just covered a rumor yesterday talking about a faithful remake of Johto and Johto Gold and Silver, but it looks like it's kind of steering more towards the idea of a faithful remake of Pokemon Black and White. So we also have this as well. So this was Riddler Khu posting saying happy 2024 guys. So obviously he posted this pretty recently, and we then had Jean reply to it saying original soup, original taste, and then we have Riddler Khu saying original taste. So they're still kind of referencing this whole original soup, original taste even now. Like the original one obviously happened way back in October, but we are still getting references to original soup. So basically Riddler Khu here is saying, you know, happy 2024 guys. He also put this like black chest pawn as well. I don't know if that was a reference to Black and White, but then we have, you know, Jean here saying original soup, original taste because it's 2024, which would be the faithful remakes of Black and White. And then we have Riddler Khu saying original taste, and then original flavor awakening. I don't really know what that means. I'm not sure if it's like the original dragon awakening. I'm not really too sure. But that's just kind of more hints towards it being a faithful remake for Pokemon Black and White. We also had this as well, though, which is very interesting that I kind of also wanted to talk about. So we have Riddler Khu here saying 2024 prediction. He posted this on the 23rd of November, way back when, and he posted the different regions. So he posted Kanto, Johto, Unova, and Paldea. So he's saying 2024 prediction. What we were all kind of initially thinking about was that the game that came out in 2024 was going to be something that kind of captured all of these games. But I think it's completely different. I think we're looking at it in a different way. I think we're going to have something to do with each of these regions in 2024, because already the Paldea one has been confirmed. We are getting the Pachurant event next Thursday, or on the 11th of January, whatever time you're watching this. We are getting the Pachurant event on the 11th of January. That is the 2024 Paldea bit. You know, that is the Paldea content for 2024. So that's already one of the 4 done. Now, Johto, we're very likely to get something for Johto this year, whether that is backwards compatibility or whatever, because it is the 25th anniversary of Johto. So it very well could be a sort of kind of mini faithful remake, like a BDSP version of Johto, and that would obviously have the Johto prediction, and then that would also have the Kanto prediction as well, because Johto always has Kanto, because Johto is basically a sequel to Kanto in the fact that it's, you know, in the future, and you obviously go back to Kanto when you play through Gold and Silver and Heart Gold and Soul Silver. So that would be the sort of 2 predictions there. It could also be backwards, like Virtual Console backwards compatibility thing, where we go and get like Gold, Silver, Crystal for, you know, the Nintendo Switch console, and then we also get like Red, Blue, and Yellow as well as that. It could be something like that, but I think that's unlikely. I think that it is going to be like maybe a sort of like little faithful remake that Ilka potentially could make, and that would be those 2 predictions. And then the Generation 5 Unova one would be the main series game, whether that be the faithful remake of Black and White or Black and White 3 or Legends Kyurem. Like that would be that. So there is definitely a way and a world that we live in where all 4 of these could be a possibility this year, and we get content for all of these regions this year, because like I said, we've already got the Paldea one with the Pachurant event. So that's kind of what I think he means by this, because he's not predicting anything. He obviously knows what the next game is going to be. So the fact that he's put all of these in are kind of, I think it's relating to that we're going to get content for each of these regions this year. So yeah, that's the way I kind of interpret this one. But obviously, take that with a massive grain of salt. That's just the way I'm seeing it. But that's the only way I can see Paldea having links to these 2 regions. Unless, like, we get Black and White 3 and we go back to the Indigo Disc in that game. I think that could also be likely. But I think the Paldea reference would be the Pachurant event, because obviously Riddler Khu has been talking about the Pachurant event for a while. He knew that when he probably knew that was going to be coming out 2024 and not 2023. So yeah, that's why I think that's kind of the link to Paldea there. It's just my personal opinion anyway. As well as the Pachurant event, we have this as well that's been kind of uploaded by El Chico EV. This is a spoiler for the upcoming event for Scarlet and Violet. Again, don't know when you're watching this video. I'm not sure if it's already out by the time you're watching this video, but yeah, this is an actual animation taken from the Pachurant event. We have Penny here just kind of dancing. We also have Nimona and Armin also dancing. So these are literally going to be in the like this epilogue thing. Like this isn't like a funny meme video. They're actually going to be dancing like this in the video. So thought I'd include that because obviously we're talking about the Pachurn event. So yeah, that's how I see all of that. And then as well as that, we do obviously have Riddler Khu also kind of, there was this massive thing that went off with this kind of like Chinese Riddler ages ago, where they just kind of went into loads of detail about all of this stuff with different languages and stuff like that. And the kind of premise of this one here was that we were going to get a Paradox Unova. So Paradox Unova could very well have been a Black and White 3, or it could be anything, but this also apparently is relatively true or has some sort of truthfulness to it, which is why Riddler Khu spoke about it so much. And he's saying, you know, his Chinese uncle's leaked because it's literally leaked this. So yeah, I don't know, obviously take that with what you will, but there's a lot of different things that we could kind of take from all of these posts. Like we could be getting Black and White 3 from this post here from the Chinese uncle. We could also be getting obviously the Faithful remake. I think from what Riddler Khu has said, he's kind of pushing more towards a Faithful remake just because of this image that he's posted in the original Soup and original Taste thing. But again, that could also be the original Soup, the original Taste could be a Faithful remake of, because he never says that original Soup, original Taste is in regards to Generation 5. He just says original Soup, original Taste, because we obviously have Zhan here, you know, saying nothing of that implied in this quote when he's saying Johto or Unova. So this original Soup, original Taste could literally be referring to the Johto and Kanto part, and then obviously that, yeah, so that's the original Soup, original Taste. So that's the Faithful remake. We have the Pachurn event for being for Paldea, and then Black and White could be this game that he's talking about here, which is obviously a massive kind of big spoiler towards it, and it could also be the whole Chinese uncle thing as well, talking about Paradox Unova. So yeah, just because he's saying original Super original Taste, that doesn't mean the Black and White games are going to be original Super original Taste. It doesn't mean they're going to be Faithful remakes, because he doesn't say what that's about. So I don't know, I feel like after talking about all that, I feel like it's even more likely that that is the case for this. I think that's the Pachurn event. I think this is the Faithful remake, because obviously Kanto and Johto go hand in hand, and I think this is Black and White 3. So I'm gonna go out on a whim and say that's what this is about. We'll obviously find out on Pokemon Day, but that'd be massive if we got that. That'd be huge, because Black and White 3 plus a BDSP style of Johto, I'd be absolutely fine with that, because I think that'd be great. Not the BDSP style of Johto, it is what it is, but it's going back to Johto. It's getting like fresh kind of content for it. It's the only game that, like, Johto and Generation 5 are also the only games that haven't had like 3D games as well. So yeah, it kind of all comes together. But either way, that's my thoughts on it. I don't know, I'm a little bit excited about it. But either way, let me know your thoughts on all that. What do you think we're going to be getting this year? Again, Pokemon Day is right around the corner. We're going to be finding out relatively soon regardless, but yeah, that's what I'm saying. Pachurn event, Faithful remake of Johto, Black and White 3, or like some sort of Black and White game. But yeah, that's my thoughts on it all. Subscribe if you're brand new, ring the notification bell. Thank you so much for watching. Have a fantastic rest of your day. And until next time, peace.